One thing is clear. Ukraine has turned its attention to Chechen leader Kadyrov, and that is never a good sign for anyone targeted by Ukrainian intelligence. In Grozny, strike drones hit the building of the Security Council of the Chechen Republic, which had been sending fighters to Ukraine. According to local residents, as a result of the UAV attack, the building of the Grozny city complex at 3/25 Kadyrov Avenue was damaged, Astra reports. According to data from the official government websites of Chechnya, this building houses the offices of the Chechen Security Council, the Human Rights Commissioner, the Audit Chamber, the Election Commission, and other agencies. The drones struck the central part of the structure. Judging by the photographs released by the Chechen Security Council, their offices are located roughly at this level of the building. Officially, the Chechen authorities are not commenting on the incident. The Chechen Security Council is not just an administrative body, but a key instrument of control, influence, and the repressive apparatus. Back in 2022, the Security Service of Ukraine gathered evidence of a crime against the foundations of Ukraine's national security committed by the Secretary of the Security Council of the Chechen Republic, Apti Alaudinov. Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov has expressed his support for Russian President Vladimir Putin's statement about Russia's readiness for war with Europe. He told him that the Chechen army only needs an order from Moscow to start a war with Europe, the Russian news agency TASS reports. "We certainly will not hesitate, Vladimir Vladimirovich. We are waiting for the order. Everything will end very quickly and definitely not in favor of those who decided to start a war with Russia. I have a question, Vladimir Vladimirovich. If all this starts, won't you be offended if they immediately apologize voluntarily?" Kadyrov wrote on his Telegram channel. Recall that at the investment forum in Moscow, Putin declared that Russia is not preparing to go to war with Europe, but that it is ready immediately if European countries start a conflict. He said that Europe must be aware of the consequences, and reiterated that the West threatens Russia. Kadyrov: "We are ready for war with Europe. We are waiting for Putin's order." Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov has expressed his support for Russian President Vladimir Putin's statement about Russia's readiness for war with Europe. He told him that the Chechen army only needs an order from Moscow to start a war with Europe, the Russian news agency TASS reports. "We certainly will not hesitate, Vladimir Vladimirovich. We are waiting for the order. Everything will end very quickly and definitely not in favor of those who decided to start a war with Russia. I have a question, Vladimir Vladimirovich. If all this starts, won't you be offended if they immediately apologize voluntarily?" Kadyrov wrote on his Telegram channel. Recall that at the investment forum in Moscow, Putin declared that Russia is not preparing to go to war with Europe, but that it is ready immediately if European countries start a conflict. He said that Europe must be aware of the consequences, and reiterated that the West threatens Russia. NATO reacted to Putin's words. Secretary General Mark Rutte said the alliance is ready and willing to defend all its members, and stressed that NATO will not allow any attack on its territory. Reactions also came from several European countries, which emphasized that they are not planning any conflict with Russia and that Putin's claims are unfounded. On the other hand, at the current rate of Russian advances in Ukraine, they will reach the Polish border sometime between 2050 and 2055. Manufacturing process and testing of Firepoint strike UAVs, FP-1/2, and the cruise missile FP-5. Flamingo. Firepoint recently stated it has also begun producing tactical ballistic missiles. The process of codifying the FP-7 tactical ballistic missile at Ukraine's Ministry of Defense is expected to be completed by the end of 2025. Firepoint has emerged as one of the most aggressive and fast-rising players in Ukraine's defense industry, transforming itself from a small civilian startup into a major manufacturer of long-range drones and precision missiles. From the first months of the full-scale invasion, the company understood that the future of the war would be shaped by cheap, mass-produced strike systems, and it threw all resources into building exactly that. Its flagship system, the FP-1 long-range kamikaze drone, quickly became a core weapon in Ukraine's deep strike toolkit. With the ability to fly well over 1,000 kilometers and deliver a substantial explosive payload, it allowed Ukraine to hit fuel depots, airfields, radar stations, and industrial sites across occupied territories and deep inside Russia. Production has expanded at a staggering pace, with reports suggesting the company now produces drones in triple-digit numbers each day, forming a steady stream of attritional pressure on Russian logistics. Firepoint's second breakthrough came with the development of the Flamingo cruise missile, a weapon designed to give Ukraine a domestically produced alternative to Western long-range systems. Alongside it, the company is working on ballistic missiles and air defense solutions, signaling ambitions far beyond drones alone. Its engineers have become known for rapid prototyping, adapting battlefield feedback directly into upgraded designs. Despite facing scrutiny from anti-corruption bodies, Firepoint maintains that all pricing and production are conducted under strict wartime oversight. What cannot be disputed is its impact. More than half of Ukraine's long-range strike systems now originate from this one company, making it a central force behind the constant explosions hitting Russian bases, ports, and supply chains. Ukrainian children abducted by Russia are being sent to military camps in North Korea. Legal expert Katerina Rashevska told the U.S. Senate that a 12-year-old boy from Donetsk and a 16-year-old girl from Simferopol were taken to Songdo-won camp, 9,000 kilometers from home, where they were exposed to militarized training and propaganda.
Russian ombudsperson Tatyana Moskalkova claims 730,000 Ukrainian children in Russia. Russia insists it evacuated Ukrainian kids. Let me show you a few photos. These are Katya and Ira, sisters abducted from occupied Crimean Peninsula in 2015 and sent to the Republic of Adygea. I have been following their fate for 11 years and know that these kids are raised as Russian citizens in the foster family of the enemy state. Can they or other 1,000 children abducted from Crimea be considered evacuated under international humanitarian law? What about thousands more who after 2022 ended up in 57 Russian regions under similar circumstances?
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.